going on, guys? Did a lot of shooting today. So I guess we'll start off talking about the Echelon. It's a good gun. I'm actually starting to enjoy the Echelon, I think, more and more. The compact, like, oddly, I think I prefer the compact more than the full size. I'm not sure. It's like the cyclic rate. It seems to kind of just like return. I guess it's like the recoil impulse of the compact. I just seem to like more. But here's the Commander Echelon frame. We've got our own mag release in it. So we did a single-sided extended, so you can reverse this back and forth. So it's ambi, but it's single-sided. And that's mostly because the OEM one, because it can go both ways, it doesn't seem to want to return to dead center. It's a little like mushy in the middle. It was just really weird feedback when you're running this gun. So yeah, the compact is being machined now, so these should be available pretty soon. I might be able to put some up for pre-order for like the July 4th Independence Day sale. So if you want one, look for that. These are great pistols. It's like a Glock 19 with a good trigger. I actually ran a Glock 17 and then a 19 for years, well before I got into SIGs. So everybody's like, "Oh, you gotta get a Glock." I'm like, I ran a Glock for a long time. Glock 19's a great gun, but I mean, I think it needs updated like badly. Like it could be better. So yeah, there's the compact. It's gonna take its own magwell with the compact because I wanted to keep it kind of thin. So it's gonna have a different magwell attachment we're working on. This takes the 320 compact back straps. So I guess we can roll into the other thing that we did today, which was test fire the steel frame macro. This backstrap in the macro also goes in the 320 compact, so you can get the palm swell brass, which I'm about to make more of, for like 3 different pistols. Is the same backstrap. The steel frame 365 macro. It's heavy. So the fuse slide, I thought I would run that faster. But it's the same thing with the compact. I don't know if I'm just used to this size pistol now. I can shoot this steel frame with the XL, so the 3.7 inch barrel, fast, like significantly faster than I can the longer slides. I guess maybe it's just the return to zero, the recoil impulse. I've got a lot of muscle memory with that. I know I have the palm swell on here. I don't know how people like this. I absolutely hate it. I like the flat back straps because when I grab it and I have that lower palm, it just puts an enormous amount of pressure in the top palm of my hand, and then when I'm shooting, it is just absolutely anchored. Like it's almost immovable. And I feel like all the guns where I do this dip, it puts more rotation there. Anyway, I was kind of just shooting this, testing it with a little bit more weight, and this is nuts. I got the Align takedown lever there. I'm not really used to these. I feel like I almost overcorrect a little bit. I'm gonna keep running this one, see if I can get used to it. I think I might throw a red dot on this one, and I'm probably gonna run this setup in USPSA or something, because this steel frame brings this pistol in to where it's like, it's got the recoil impulse of a much larger pistol now, just because the steel's just sucking up so much of that recoil. This is amazing. Like, and these should be available in like a week or so. We're really close to the end, bringing these in. So these are 4140 steel, and it's got a black nitride QP finish. Like it's beautiful. It's the same coat. Well, it's not the same coating as the SIG slide, but it's the same coating that we put on our slides. So the black nitride. So then the other thing we tested today was the XLs. We're finally making those again. I think this is kind of really where the SIG belongs the most, is the XL. I don't know. There's just something about the XL size. I think I just like this the most in the 365 line. So this is literally like my EDC for 5 years now, ever since the XL came out. So I'm really looking forward to having the XLs again. And obviously we're doing the XXL. That's coming right with it. We're just making a bunch of grip panels, getting these ready. Backstrap. It's gonna take a mag wheel. We've already got design, working on that. Dying to have this back in my carry rotation with just the XL. And then the last thing that we shot today, I guess in regards to the 365, I was kind of goofing with the 365 just to try to see how ridiculous I could make it. So I did like a sight block. This is just like a solid steel, just a soft steel sight block. So a sight block is, usually it has like an iron sight dovetail cut in it, but it's basically, it's not a comp. It's just a threaded on device. I don't know if you guys want some of these, maybe I'll make some more. I just kind of really playing with it, so got our logo on the end of that. I think it was pretty neat. This is extremely soft shooting. I think I should have ran 147s in this, and I would have run this better, because usually the bigger guns I run 147s in. But this was ridiculous, because I could drop the recoil spring weight in this setup all the way down to 10 pounds, and it was running really, really well. And the ejection pattern was nice and strong. This was dope, yeah. It's long. How long is this? Somebody was asking me. Let's see. I wouldn't tell you guys millimeters, you'd be like, what the fuck is a millimeter? How long? So run like from the barrel breech face, 5.3 inches. Or overall it's like, it's more than 8.25. It's like 8.4 inches long. It's a big one. Yeah, you'll have to let me know if you guys want sight blocks. Maybe I can make another batch of these. I want to experiment with this on the XL, because I'm kind of really curious as to what it would do with the XL, but it made this gun kind of run, like finally being able to drop that spring rate down to like 12 or 11 pounds finally was like a pleasant shooting experience with the fuse slide, because these are sprung so heavy. It's 14 pounds OEM, so it's a pretty heavy slide. So I put the 14 back in it because I wanted to make sure that I went back to the factory, because I took that off. It's a really, really heavy recoil spring rate. So with this on there, I could drop this to 10, which was pretty cool. So that's done. Oh, and we shot. This is kind of like in my EDC rotation. I'm still testing the red dot. I'm not 100% reliant on it, but it's the Gideon Optics. I think it's the Judge XL. Yeah. So this kind of did something really weird to me when I was at the range. I was running this, and this window is so big, and this dot is actually pretty crisp. It was making me shoot significantly slower because everything was so big and clear that all the movement on the dot that I'm not normally used to seeing, it made me slow down, and I'm like, oh wow, I'm not nearly as steady as I think I am. So it's a pretty good dot. I'm gonna keep running it, see if it holds up, but so far I like it. I'm not sure if I would EDC this one because it's huge. I'll probably put a Trijicon RMR or a EPS carry on this to EDC it. But if this holds up on this gun, I'll probably definitely throw this on a one of my USPSA setups. The Echelon, or the Prodigy, I remember last video I told you guys I bought one to test it. I didn't even bother shooting it with the factory parts in it. I threw all the entire ignition kit, backstrap, everything, EGW Gunworks kit, and it ran. This gun actually functioned great right out of the box. I put a couple mags through it. My buddy put a couple mags through it. It worked. It's really, really thick for a 2011. I'm not used to it. I could get the mag release. I had a really hard time getting the slide lever, or the slide lock. I gotta find an extended version that's compatible with this, because I just can't reach it. But it did, I guess, in the words of Ben Stoker, it did the thing. I had a similar experience that he had with his other two, with my first one, and then I bought a new one, put the EGW kit in it, and it does the thing. So, works. Another thing that did the thing, I finally had the M&P out. I actually like this gun. I gotta get used to its ergonomics. It's definitely a little different, or I need to find an aftermarket grip for it to really like it, but this gun's pretty nice. I like the slide. I like how the slide lock works. If you slap on it, the slide never accidentally drops unintentionally, which most other guns do, because they have like a retained slide lock. So you have to either pull it back and release it, and it pushes that down, or actuate it with your thumb, and the slide will drop. And the trigger is pretty good for a factory gun. This is kind of why I say Glocks are pretty outdated to me, because there's so many, like the Echelon and the M&P 2.0. I mean, it has metal sights, decent triggers, great features. Glocks are just so far behind, and I just can't justify shooting them that much anymore. But I can't wait for the new stuff to come out. I see a lot of stuff on the internet. So yeah, this gun, it does the thing. The last prototypes that we were working on, we got some grip panels prototyped for the DWX. I'm kind of fixing some ergonomic issues, because this takes a lot of Shadow 2 parts, and I think there was a little bit too much overlap between the Shadow 2 grips that they make for these and what these are. And a couple other people that run this, I think everybody, when I talked to them in person, everybody said the same thing. So the safety's really low on this. So these grip panels that I'm making, they're going higher so that they keep your fingers off your knuckle off the safety. Because I ride the safety on this side, and then when I do mag changes, sometimes I flick the safety up just a tad little bit. But now I can't really do that anymore. So I'm just working on grip panels for the DWX. I'm only making parts for this because this is like my USPSA setup. I didn't have a lot of this stuff ready yet, and I wanted to run something heavier in USPSA, so I started running this. And I actually really like this pistol. Like, this is significantly better than any 2011 that I've shot. I can hit the magazine release easily. My thumb goes way past it. The safety's easy to actuate. DWX, Dan Weston, they put an extended slide lock on it, so when that slide lock's, there, I can send it home. And obviously it's got a great trigger. It's just another 2011, but I like it better. I'm putting a optic on that one. I got the factory optic plate, so I think I'm gonna switch to, limited optics, because I wanna run this, the steel frame with the XL slide and the red dot in carry optics, and then I can run this in limited optics. So I think I might run this one more match and then switch to the steel frame. I mean, if this is red, if I'm comfortable with this, and I have the red dot mounted to this soon enough, and I can get some range time in with it, I'm gonna run this probably the next match. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have my gear ready for this though, so I'm probably gonna have to run the DWX again before I go over to production or carry optics with this. But I really want to run this steel frame with just the XL slide on it in USPSA. And I've been doing the appendix carry with my 365. So this is a Superstition concealment. He makes really great holsters. So this is just a macro holster. So I've been running this one. Oh, I was loosening that up. I have my retention too loose. Like really loose. So this is just basically a macro holster, but it can run the, yeah, I need to get a screwdriver. Boy. But it can run the XL grip module, at least ours, because we use the Picatinny rail. It does the thing. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. You'll have to let me know what you want to look at. If you want to look at one thing in particular, a deep dive in just one thing, let me know. Can't wait for the XL modules to be out. And so yeah, I guess to recap, the XL grip modules are they're in production, going to anodize. Like everything's coming together for those. Same thing with the Echelon compacts. And the 365 steel, they're coming. If you want me to do a batch of sight blocks for the 365, I can do it. I don't really know how much this helps in reality. I guess it enabled me to drop the spring rate down, so I guess it helps tuning wise. I'm not sure if I noticed anything. I might have to shoot it a lot more with this thing to really kind of see how it helps this type of pistol, because these are usually on 2011s, but they're not really a thing on strikers. But it prevents you from having to go into open because it's not ported. So when I run this in USPSA and I'm doing a lot of range practice, I'm gonna kind of just keep playing with it, because there could be something there. I don't know. Let me know if you guys want these, and I'll make a bunch. And these are going to be steel. So if I make these, there's a chance that I make some ported ones. I don't know. This isn't really my thing. I'm just kind of goofing. But if you guys want to goof with me, let me know. All right, guys. I'll catch you later. Have a good one.